Hey guys, consistent YouTuber at your service.
Stop the cat.
JJS just dropped a pretty bizarre update, and it's pretty different from the ones we've had in the past. KUROURUSHI got added and he's interesting, even if he lags the fuck out of the server. Yuta got a rework and is no longer bullshit. Ryu is finally complete, and Hanami found dead in the Bronx. So today, while I continue working on my bigger videos, I want to talk about everything this update did right and very wrong. Every single character came out of this update completely different. Some got massively improved, some got butchered, and one of them actively lowers your FPS just by existing. The first update being balance changes and the other being actual content. Now you got the self-projection gimmick, which doesn't do much. Hanami got too many changes to list in one video. Black Death was added, Ryo got his final move, and Yuta got the Higuruma treatment. In terms of new content, I'd say we have it pretty good, but the balance changes are kinda fucking terrible. Now, while KUROURUSHI and Yuta have been fun but flawed, Ryu getting finished is amazing, and I'd argue that he's the best part of the update. But with the balance changes, they completely failed to understand the issues these characters had, and in an attempt to fix imaginary problems, they inadvertently created a bunch more, and it's the most egregious with disaster plans.
I told you, I like the taste of
First, KUROURUSHI. This character is actual insanity, not even because he's overpowered. It's because every time he appears on my screen, my PC starts negotiating with God. His base kit is actually fine, and I love the bug meter thing that opponents receive upon taking damage. It's decently faithful to the anime, and I don't necessarily think that he's poorly designed. Good pressure, good range, the bug meter is cool, no real complaints there. The main issue with the curse everyone invited is his ultimate, Parthenogenesis. It allows you to make a clone of yourself. Again. And again. And again, yeah, you see the problem? It's not necessarily that it's a bad mechanic, because it's really not. It's basically what KUROURUSHI does in the anime. However, it's very buggy and clunky. Imagine that. Just imagine that for a couple seconds. Like, up to 10 clones fighting you all at once, combined with the horrible burst system that tries to put a stop to teaming but doesn't do anything. You can't fight back. You literally can't. The most you can do is just wall hop around like an idiot, and it lags the game like hell, bro. Especially combined with this game's questionable debris mechanics. People just love to make 10 clones and jump people, which not only makes my frames drop like crazy, but it's very stressful to deal with. I don't know what they were thinking with this ultimate, but I guess time will tell. I'm still new to JJS, so maybe I'm just bad. But in my opinion, they should go back to the drawing board with this one. At least he can break into domains. Final verdict, fine, but I don't like the taste of this iron. Yuta was a character I wasn't a big fan of. I always found him kind of overbearing, but with this update he has become way more approachable, constantly switching between two movesets, with the second one essentially pausing your movement. It wasn't bad, it was annoying and bullshit. Old Yuta always felt like the character was playing his own game while everybody else was forced to participate. You weren't interacting with Yuta, you were surviving him. I would often leave ranked matches as soon as I saw that damn sword, but now the character actually feels fair. And I know that sounds insane considering this is Yuta we're talking about, but genuinely he feels way healthier now. He got an actual interactive black flash, the most annoying moves got removed and replaced, and the ones that were just troublesome have been changed. His ultimate got changed and is no longer the most insufferable garbage ever conceived. I swear to God, old Yuta felt like fighting somebody with admin commands, bro. The biggest improvement is just how smooth he feels now. Before, his kit felt kind of stitched together. Now the moves actually flow into each other. The pressure feels more intentional, the combos feel cleaner, and overall he just feels way less clunky. Now obviously he's still ridiculous. This isn't suddenly the pinnacle of game balance, but compared to old Yuta, this is a massive improvement. I'll probably start playing him way more after this update. Ryu has always been one of my favorites, and now that he's finished, I truly believe that he's one of the best designed characters in the game. He's up there with Yuta and Megumi now. By the way, if you think Megumi is a poorly designed character, please, for the sake of your own health, stop playing Yuji, get out of ranked, and go have some fun. The only move that was missing was his fourth awakening move, and it's just a charge punch that breaks debris and sends someone flying, most likely to fill the zone or character quota. And even then, his ultimate is designed in a way that makes you want to get up all close and personal. Very in character. Yeah, no issues with these two. They're pretty solid and Ryu is my goat. There are some minor issues, however, specifically with Naoya and Hanami. Hot take, Naoya has always been one of the most fun characters in the game. However, with the added changes, they do more good than harm. How do you manage to do that? I've seen a lot of people acting like self-projection completely ruined him, but honestly, I kind of disagree. Yeah, the risk is higher now, you get frozen if you whiff a move, but that doesn't do much and instead encourages you to play smarter and aim your attacks better. The main issue that all these Roblox kids were complaining about is the fact that he does too much damage in such a short amount of time, and he's too gimmicky. But if you actually touched the character before, you would know that his real issues come from not being able to do anything if your opponent is keeping their distance, and gaining too little from doing too much effort. You have to work so hard just to get a frame on somebody. somebody, and after all that effort, it only lasts 3 seconds. Like, this feels less like a nerf and more like a change that punishes bad Naoya players harder than good ones. Good Naoya players are still going to be terrifying, which is why a lot of people are calling these nerfs meaningless. Oh boy, Hanami was a character that was universally frowned upon. Like, even hovering your mouse over that character would get you some mean looks. Having a character with inescapable, unblockable combos that also specializes in keeping distance is a nightmare for anyone. Full stop. With these changes, everything that made her effective has been butchered. Now, there's nothing wrong with making attacks blockable, but if you make her specific attacks blockable, the entire character becomes pointless and useless. And that's the main issue with Hanami. The entire foundation she was built on is flawed. Because if Hanami is strong, nobody has fun, but if you nerf the zoning, the character becomes pointless. It's a poorly designed character that you can't balance no matter what. I think they should rework Hanami ASAP, especially since she's not finished yet. She was made to be a zoner and now she's, I don't even know, a part-time gardener or some shit. The good news is that there is a way to redesign this character into something that's faithful, functional, and actually fun to fight. But as of right now, the game's meta is in a very weird spot, and I hope the team can actually figure this out. But that's all for me. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go LARP in public servers. This is so stupid. Cut the fuck